Hello and welcome back to the finish line. I'm your host, Andrew Halligan, and as always, I'm joined by Dave and Tom. Boys, what's the crack? How are we? How's everything?
Good, very good. Just about survived the pub on Sunday.
Yeah, we can, on that. Myself and Dave kind of came to a conclusion. The last time we actually went to a pub, kind of lockdown happened the next day, and it kind of happened again. So it's all his fault.
Andrew texted me on Monday, Tom, saying, "Now bear in mind we had a good few pints.
Is this about the jacket?
And I wouldn't drink all that much, so I was fairly walloped when I was in Andrew's house Sunday night. Like the Liverpool match is like a mirage. All I could see was goals going in, and I didn't even know who was scoring them or at. But he texted me Monday and says, "I think I left my jacket in Alfie's." I go on Facebook. So he Facebook texted me yesterday. My jacket's in my wardrobe. That's how bad things were.
I'm glad I left you. I left you when you were getting walloped by Tottenham. I'm so glad I wasn't there for the Liverpool match.
We didn't see it anyway. We couldn't see it. You would have been grand.
I'm calling you two out for this now because you cost me money on Sunday.
How?
So, the Arc de Triomphe comes along, lads, right? And the two of these turn around and are like, Enable just wins, doesn't she? After all the shit.
Because all the Ballydoyle horses were gone.
I'm actually.
It's actually his fault.
I'm actually so happy she lost.
It's actually his fault because he convinced me as well to back her.
I'm so happy she lost because I just didn't want her to win. And when all the O'Brien horses came out, I was like, oh my God, 2020 has conspired to help Enable win the Arc. And apparently it didn't.
After all of that, though, right? And after all your shit against Enable, I said, right, I'm not backing her because I'll be happy if she wins. And, if she loses, I'll just be thinking about my money. I had a really, really good weekend betting-wise. And all I can think about is that one bet that I got talked into on Enable. And
it's his fault, though. He talked me into it as well.
Oh, I'm disgusted.
I was happy with in swoop each way. And it was grand. Yeah, that'll do. She wins. And he kept going, geez, she's a good price, isn't she? She wins, don't she? Surely going to win. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I would just like to say that Andrew was, in fact, correct that Enable is now shit.
Yes, 2 years of absolute shit of all ye. I won't say it. I told you all she was gone. Chris Lotion killed her.
To be honest, it's very disappointing.
No, it's not.
In fairness, it was shit.
I backed the winner. I made a massive profit on the race, and I'm still disgusted.
Yeah.
I backed the second. I was getting it for a split second, then I didn't. And
the winner is literally a prime example of training the horse for one race for an entire year, being absolute dog shit for the rest of it.
Yeah,
like Enable.
He's off down to Coolmore now for the rest of his life. Coolmore bought him last year, yeah, and they want he's by Sayuni, so they're getting some hand blood into the Coolmore ranks.
Smart aren't they?
Yeah, and they have don't they have Calix now as well by Kingman, so they have that blood in there now as well. They need to. Galileo's getting long tooth.
Bit old.
Yeah.
Right, not flat.
That's another show. We could do a whole show on Galileo and his replacement.
No. Not happening. So what is happening, that has been announced today, is that the Mayor's Chase has replaced the Listed Handicap Chase that used to be run on a Tuesday that Imperial Aura won and Absolute Tom won before. And the Grand Annual is now moved to the Wednesday, and the Boodles Juvenile Hurdle is moved to the Tuesday.
Yep.
Thoughts, Dave?
I'm happy diva all the way. Can't wait for this race now. It's 6 months away. Someone asked me my best bet for Cheltenham right now, today, earlier. Happy diva.
Really?
The Mayor's Chase. Paul Nichols said he's
Lorena.
He's aiming Lorena at. Oh, I can't wait to see her not being able to jump again.
She's not even going to finish.
I don't care if she changed trainers 4 times. She's useless. Cool, will be watching this now.
Yeah.
Crack up.
Someone that is in the same colours as West gone to Paul Nichols. Stormy Ireland. She's one now. I
can't
wouldn't.
stand her either.
Yes, you can't stand many women.
She's the female equivalent of Felix Deji.
Yeah, he's going to kill himself over fence, lads. Did you see it?
Yeah.
See it jump at the last. It's like Petit Mouchoir, but a brown version. He's just going to go off too fast, land on top of things, and kill himself.
He just can't do it.
Well, Petit Mouchoir didn't die yet. But.
Look, Lorena going from William Mullins to Paul Nichols is a great trainer, but
he's not.
William Mullins is the best. Like, so leaving him surely be a negative in the long run. And I've said it in a few videos. I just think Happy Diva's Cheltenham chase form is really, really, really good. I know Tom likes Simply the Bets, and
Hold on now.
very, very
Hold on for a
unlucky
second.
not to
Hold on
beat
for a
him.
second. How the name of God did this turn into Cheltenham Festival preview show already?
You started it. About
Races. Well, keep going. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad they didn't get rid of the 4-miler. I know some people hate it, but I love it.
Nah, I do love it. We slog around.
10 minutes drinking pints watching horses.
Something goes wrong for Ted walk on one.
And every year, like, to be fair, we got the winner a few times on 4-miler, but every year you're nearly disappointed. And you can just slowly see your horse crack under the pressure of 4 miles.
2.5 miles out, this fella's not happening.
So I'm delighted.
Yeah, I love it. I'm not so keen on the Bulls being moved to Tuesday. That kind of ruins my Tuesday now. I hate that race. There's no need for it. Tom, what do you think?
That's just to ruin all that's a bookmaker's move. Ruin all the Tuesday actors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Grand Annual.
That's a horrible race to bet in, Fred Winter. You're betting on 4-year-olds who have only had a couple of starts over hurdles and have handicap marks. Like, that's a race for your minimum stake, and pick one and enjoy the race. And
it's one of these ones you just go.
It's literally either
that one.
Follow the money or just pick a name or pick something.
Ask the missus to pick a colour, and she has more chance of winning it than we do.
It's follow the money most of the time, Dave. You're right.
Yeah.
Now we can properly talk about Johnstown. I know there's a load of greater races on the flat, but we are sick and tired of talking about the flat when the jumps is back. Well, the boys weren't really happy when I sent them on the race, because all I got back was minefields.
You picked the hardest races at the weekend.
So
that makes it very difficult.
It's not difficult. Just pick the winner. We will start with the Persian War Grade 2 Hurdle over 2 miles, 3.5 furlongs. Some good entries: McFabulous, Petra Star, and one for the Team 3 that stand out. Dave, who, in your opinion, has the best chance of winning this?
I think McFabulous does, even though he has the £3 penalty. Yeah, well, I think we put him up in a video.
We did last year,
and he
his first few starts were.
He was all over the place. He looked like.
You were going into last season on the back of his bumper form, where he beat the Banneker Rebel, Sam Ross, Duke Up, Master Debonair. I think it just took him time.
Yeah.
He's a big horse, and it took him time to fill into his frame and find his form. And
he looked a bit green, but
sort himself out over hurdle.
He won 2 races then, a Mickey Mouse race, but he back at Raisin or somewhere, and then he won a better race around Kempton just before we went into lockdown.
He won the Grade 3 handicap hurdle.
I reckon
he
would have gone to Aintree maybe and put up a good showing. I think he'll win this.
Yeah, I'm not going to add much to that.
I'll be honest. I don't know how much of a price it'll be, but I would expect him to win.
I expect him to be favourites. Like going on what you just said here, is his first race that he won over hurdles. He actually started off that morning as odds on. He drifted out to second favourite. So he probably shown stuff at home that he's still kind of green. He needs a bit of time. But something kind of clicked on him that day. He jumped very well, he travelled very well, and he put the race to bed very quickly. Then when he went to Kempton, he won how he liked, beating I think Hurricane Harvey was actually in that race, who won on Sunday, beating Emiton over fences. So like the substance of his form, his go back to his bumper form is very good. I think it was just a matter of him fighting his feet over hurdles, and I think he'd be very hard to beat, even with a £3 penalty. I don't think it's a good move for the team dropping down from 3 miles to 2.4. I think he'd be done for speed, especially at the start of the season. But another one, Petra Star, 3 over hurdles, 2 at Perth, and I think it was 1 at Huntington. He's been very impressive, but I think he needs to step up again. But he's one that I would put up against McFabulous between the two of them. But I think McFabulous will win, and interested to see how Petra Star runs.
Over to me, is it? I am interested in one for the team here, actually. Brings in some decent form into this and is tough and hardy. And I think you need that kind of horse, especially early on in the season for a race like this. He's got some decent handicap form there as a novice last year. So yeah, I mean that win at Newbury was very impressive. I know what you're saying about 3 miles back down to 2.5 miles, but it's a big galloping track. They're sure to go some bit of a gallop, and you're going to have to stay well. And just at I know the prices are changing, but I still think there's still a bit of 5-1 out there. They were on odds checker earlier, but they may have come down now because they come down when the actual entries come out, but when the declarations come out. But I'd take a chance at the price on one for the team.
Yeah, not a bad show. I just think dropping Chip. I think the first time out dropping in Chip, I don't kind of like that. But he's a very good horse. Yeah, I won't put anyone off it. But I really think this is the year McFabulous will actually show how good he should be. So I am all over McFabulous for this one. Dave, you're the same?
McFabulous, yeah.
And Tom, one for the team. Now, we will move on to one of Tom's favourite races that are spread out through the year. The Veteran Handicap Chases. I goddamn love these races. No? Only one? No? Let's screw you.
Nah, I do like him, to be fair.
Right, we're still on the Friday, so this is on at 4:55. Look, all the golden oldies are in. You have On Tour, Horatio Hornblower, Shanty Village, Don Slowly is in it, mother of God. Theatre Guide, Crescent Man, Double Shuffle, Vigilio. But I really think that Joe Farrell will go 2 places better and win it this year. Like his form last year is not bad for a horse that has, like, for his age, he doesn't have that many runs. He was third in this last year, beaten behind Via Liam Rouge. He then went on to finish seventh in the Ladbroke, and he was third in your favourite race of the year, Midlands National.
I love that race. I genuinely do.
I don't think he wants heavy ground, but soft ground, good soft ground preferably. He's on the same mark than he was last year. I think he's going to be very hard to beat around here. He loves the track, big galloping track for him, big horse. I presume he's going to be up around favourite. He was backed off the boards last year for it. Goes well fresh. I think everything's in his favour to at least place at worst. Tom?
Yeah, I was in pretty much agreement with that. Rebecca Curtis hasn't had a runner in about 6 months, and her first runner came out and was second the other day. So that's promising as well. It's a really competitive race, this. Some of these cut up and they're not, they're competitive, but you get the same horses that run to their mark every year. I see Don Poli is in it. Yeah, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Interesting they're going down the Veterans Chase route with him, and they're not going down the Hunter Chase route. So they obviously think there's a bit left in there.
They're wrong.
They're so wrong. I never thought I'd see a horse go from slow to really, really slow. He was shocking at Cheltenham.
What did you back him for, Cheltenham?
Oh,
it was you, Tom, was it?
Well, I think I backed him. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I knew I think I had something small on him as well. I'm not going to lie. But
the other one I was going to throw in is David Pipe's horse. Interesting. This race is sponsored by Professor Caroline Tisdale, and she's a very big owner with David Pipe.
He won
it last year.
No, they won it last year with Vion Leon Rouge. They're the same horses but different colours, aren't they?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I actually thought, because she owns a lot of horses with Brian Drew, but she doesn't own this one. But what a moment! Yeah, he's got some very good form. This would be his first go at a veterans race, I think. And he's gone very well fresh before. Has run in some very nice races. was 5th, only beaten a couple of lengths on his only start at Chepstow, so that's promising as well. If he is fit and ready to go, he's gone, as I say, he's gone well fresh before, so that's one to keep an eye on at a price probably. Is down off a very handy mark, actually, so to be honest, I'd say Joe Farrell's going to be near favourite. I'd put up What a Moment as my selection.
Dave, who do you like in this?
I'm not really feeling. I usually like these races, but and I like Theatre Guide. He was won a few races through the years, but his form at Chepstow was pretty bad. So I think I put him up for this last year. I'm nearly sure.
Who?
Theatre Guide.
Oh, you did.
I'm going to give a shot to Horatio Hornblower. Just because of the name more so than anything.
I know it's going to say the name.
And because he's carrying not much weight. That's it.
How can you argue against that? Like, there's no such.
There's no substance to it. But there you go.
Swiftly moving on.
Yeah, Joe Farrell, I think, will win.
Yeah, I'd take a chance on What a Moment.
Horatio Hornblower.
Oh, right. Right, now we'll move on to Saturday and we will we're staying at Chepstow all weekend, so now we are on the 322, the Native River Handicap Chase over 2 miles 7. Now, the decks aren't out yet, but we've last year's winner in the Ballyoptic, Secret Investor, Some Chaos, Blood Matra. Tom, pick the bones out of this.
Yeah, a lot of this depends on if Ballyoptic stays in. He's rated 163 and will carry 11 stone 12, and that puts everything else on pretty low weight. It really impacts my selection in this. If he doesn't run, my horse is going to carry near top weight, so that would put me off a little bit. My selection is Secret Investor. I just think he's very consistent. He's running some much nicer races than this, and dropping into a handicap. I know he ran his only bad run there was in December around Cheltenham. We'd forgive him that. But if he comes back from that, he was second to Native River, only beating a couple of lengths at Newbury. And Paul Nichols brought him over at the start of last season for the Grade 2. It's like the second season Novice Chase at Down Royal. So he obviously thinks he's run some really nice horses in that race. He's won at Chepstow. I know this is a bit up and trip for him from that run, and he is he a 2.5 miler? I don't know. He stayed pretty well against Native River the last day, and yeah, I just think he's got that run around Chepstow that he won, and it's a bit of a step down in class for him. So yeah, he'd be my selection. A lot of that is based on Ballyoptic staying in there and keeping the weights down, because he'd only have to carry 11.2 then. So yeah.
Yeah, would you think with Ballyoptic, like he won the Weatherbury race, what's it called?
You think of Christmas?
No, the Grade 2 Chase of Weatherbury.
Oh,
Charlie,
yeah.
Not Charlie Hall, no.
Charlie Hall.
Charlie Hall, yeah.
He won this last year before he won the Charlie Hall. Would you think they'll run him again to get the run into him and straight back for that?
Potentially. He carried top weight in it last year, so potentially. I don't know. It's a lot of weight to carry, but I wouldn't put it. I can see there being something in there to beat him, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did run him, as he carries weight nearly all the time he runs. So,
what do you think, Dave?
I had
when he says right, he's going to dissect this.
I did a little bit of digging on this, right? The amount of times I tried to get Captain Chaos right last year, and in the very last race, he ended up winning by about 60 lengths or so, right? And I went through the race, and I was like, if Ballyoptic runs and he's on 10-5, he surely has a massive chance if he's fit. But then his form at Chepstow, right? 4 races at Chepstow. And again, like I said, Chepstow can be a bit of a specialist track. A lot of horses that win there return and win there again, and a lot of horses that run bad there again. His form at Chepstow is 6 out of 6 horses, 12th out of 12, 6th out of 7, and then pulled up in last year's Welsh National. So I can't put him up.
So you got no chance.
So he's going to win.
It was between Secret Investor or Ballyoptic then, and I'm going to side with Ballyoptic.
Okay.
I think, like I said, he goes well on heavy, soft ground, and even good to soft at Chepstow can be very, very soft.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's between the top, even though it's a hard handicap, it'll be between the top weights. They both have won at Chepstow, but I think Ballyoptic's just a little bit better of a horse.
Okay. I'm going to throw out, I don't know how left field it'll be, so I don't know what price it'll be. It's, now, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but I'm going to go with Blood Mary. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Which one?
Caroline Bailey's horse.
Bold Mare.
Bold Mare. Where did I get blood? I spelt it wrong. No wonder. Fuck me.
And Mare is not Mary either.
No, Bold Mare. I spelt it wrong. My
Bold Mary.
Bold Mare.
Anybody don't send Andrew for your English lessons for your kids.
Yeah, that's why I don't do the homework.
They're only 4.
My reading is awful. I'm not going to lie.
That was one of the worst ones ever.
Ever.
That's going to be replayed a few times.
This was like me last night. I was watching something and telling me I was right, and I was like, yeah, blah blah blah. But anyway, back to it. 2 from 4 for Caroline Bailey. It was going to be 3 from 4 until she fell. I have it in front of me now. Weatherby. She was 3 lengths clear, come to the last, and she's going to absolutely bolt up. She was still on the bridle. She's up to a mark of 145. This is only her 5th run for Caroline Bailey. Her 10th run altogether. I really like the way she goes about her business. She will go under the radar because of the trainer. I think she has a cracking chance. She just had, as I said, she was saying 10 runs. She goes on good soft. She goes on soft. It looks like it's going to be soft ground around Chepstow. Put her anywhere in the race, mid pack, up front. Don't know what price she is yet, but I will be backing with her. Yeah, that's me. Final selections, but another one. If the ground actually goes kind of good, the soft comes out of it. Is Some Chaos. He's had having a pipe open already, and this time of season, it's not bad to have a run under your belt.
Yeah, it's hard to know what's fully fit.
Yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't disagree with the lads with Ballyoptic or Secret Investor. It as Tom said, all depends if Ballyoptic is declared and what way the weights are going to be. So, as of now, just presume he's in it. Yeah, final selections.
Ballyoptic.
Secret Investor.
Now we move on to the Dunraven Novice Chase. Dave, over to you.
Colin Kisser has a good few on this, so it's hard to know what to run, but I say he might run Fiddler on the Roof. And people are going to slate me, but I don't like that horse at all.
Okay.
You don't like him?
No, I don't.
I don't really like him either.
No.
I think he won a very bad Grade 1 round stand.
The Tuesday Hurdle is probably one of the worst Grade
1 in the world.
Of the entire year. The time of the year that it's run is just the dead of winter. The ground of Sandown turns into a slop. And to be honest, the only probably good horse that's ever won it was York Hill, who ended up being a lunatic. So I don't rate him at all. I can't believe people were backing him for the Supreme last year.
It was ridiculous move to run him in Supreme.
It's not fast enough. I'd be more interested in Fiddler on the Roof if it was 3 miles. So okay. I'm going to go with Dan Skelton's horse, Longhouse Say, simply because he's been running over the summer. Not sure he'll like the ground again, but I just don't think there's much in the race, to be honest.
There's not much in it at all, and he's going to be at the pace of the race. He's good front runner. Go on.
He's won a couple of standard races, but he's looked good and he jumps well. So I don't like Fuse and Raffles either. So
as much as I don't like Fuse and Raffles, I think Fuse and Raffles will win this.
Good man, Andrew.
Yeah, I'm not keen on him as a horse, but if he runs to his rating, if he runs like he's had to have a run over fences already. He beat Quick Grabbing, he's an alright horse, and he didn't look too. it took him a while to warm up his jumping, but 2 out, he got the hang of it. Once he hit the front, he went on about business.
Do you know that race where you bet Quick Grab?
Yeah.
I don't think Quick Grab is the same standard of horse that Fuse or Raffles might be over Chases, but Fuse or Raffles probably end up running grade 2s, grade 1s. I think there's money to be made in that Quick Grab. He jumped very well that day.
Yeah, he's going to pop up in a few good handicap chases, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fuse or Raffles. Look, he's a very good horse. He's a good, solid Group 1 horse if he gets his act together. Like he was going off favourite for the Christmas Hurdle only for the absolute barrage of money for Epitont. He ran no sort of race in that. He's a grade 1 juvenile winner over hurdles. He looked to take the fences. I think he'll take the world of beating in this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, as you said, like he's a grade 1 winner over hurdles over 2 miles. He beat Fakir Dudery in Punchestown that day. He's gone there. He went fresh before, and he duly beat Quick Grab on there the other day. As you said, I think that was a decent enough race. Gumball was back in third. He's not a bad horse either. I think running to a mark of 150 will win this, and I think he can do that definitely. The blot in his copybook is the Christmas Hurdle. He stopped very quick that day. I don't really know what happened to him. But then you'd imagine it was a bit of a race in time to get him back for the Champion Hurdle. He was beating 26 lengths that day. I think he's the one. I think he jumped well the other day. I was happy enough with him. He's got that run under his belt. And yeah, I think he's the one. If they're going to run to a mark of 150, it's him. And I think if he does that, he'll win. Yeah,
even when I'm looking through it, I was looking to see who can get to his level as of now, especially with the run under his belt. As Dave said, I can't have Fiddler on the roof. Maybe in a 3-mile slog around somewhere in the middle of winter. He doesn't go on good to soft ground. He was booked in the Supreme. It boils down to, as much as I don't like, I say I don't like him. He's realistically going to win this well, I think. So get a decent price on, I'd be all over him. What would you say again? So inspired, you can't remember. Well, I'm on Fuse or Raffles, Tom is on Fuse or Raffles, and Dave is on Longhouse Sale. Now we move on to one of the easier races, the Silver Trophy Hurdle, over 2 miles, 3.5 furlongs.
You've done us a kipper this week.
That's such a gift for taking the piss out of me because I can't read. It's not my fault in this section.
Imagine if we get loads of winners this week.
Andrew?
What?
Oh, any of us.
Oh, any of us, yeah. I've got one. Dave, you know the race he took out of the list is my fancy for the whole weekend runs in that, so I'm going to have to talk about it.
Oh, you talk about it then. That's no problem. We took out the Munster National, by the way, because I didn't have time last night. I was too tired. But we get to it. We get to it, Tom. We get to it. Don't worry. I won't.
Hey, Dave. Andrew's going to love my selection in that race.
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
You'll get to it. We'll get to it.
It's Alpha de Zobo, isn't it?
It's a Henry the Brownhead.
Oh, it's Alpha de Zobo.
Yeah.
No. I met with him.
Yeah.
We're not getting to that now. We're not.
Let me say it.
He's still cracking.
Yeah.
Fuck, like, seriously. Right. Silver Trophy. Tom. So, very, who is it? Tom's go?
Yes.
Tom's your go. A very competitive handicap hurdle. A lot of horses with good winning form. Good luck with that.
Yeah, look, there's a lot in this. It is a competitive race. There's a lot who have won last time out, and it's really, really competitive. Currently 8-1 the field I see, and I would actually take a chance on Flash of Steel. He won this last year off a mark of 130. He was then beaten at Haydock in that fixed brush hurdle race. He ran a fine race at Cheltenham. He was 9th, beaten 5.5 lengths. He got hampered at last in the Martin Pike by the fall of Column of Fire. So yeah, I think back at Chepstow, back in this race, the mark doesn't look too impossible for him. Yeah, I'll take a chance on him in an open race. Anyway.
Dave?
Again, it's hard to know what to run, but I'm interested in two. Won't be having a massive bet on either. But I'd like to see Sir Psycho run well after running the Triumph last year, just to see where that kind of form is going to stack up.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Notre Paris. He was fairly well punted the day he fell, and then he came out then and won another race. I'd say he's going to win a decent handicap somewhere along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, the two of those.
I have one that I really like. I found them all last season. It kills me. You're going to kill me for even saying chasing. David Pipe trained Main Fact. He started off last year of a mark of 98. He's now up to a mark of 147 after winning 5 in a row. But his last run was his most impressive. He beat the likes of Cateson Remastered, Tio's Charm, West of the Bridge. Like, it was 15 lengths back to Cateson in second. He's going to be the first off the bridle. He's going to look like he's the first bet. If you like betting and running, he's the fella for you. Go on. What are you going to say? Go on.
That Remastered. I genuinely backed him 8 times last year.
You
And
did.
every time I was sure he was going to get me my money back. And he never wins. Guaranteed he came out the first time this show.
He won't. Like this fella now, he loves a slog. He loves battling, and the straight in Chepstow is going to be right up his alley. He's battle hardened. He's improving. David Pipe has had to have an okay start. He's had to have 2 winners and 4 places in the last 17 days. Like, I think there's a lot more improvement in him. He's not the biggest horse in the world, but I really. What price is he, Tom? Give me a price on him, will you? Tom, I can't hear you. You're gone mute.
I'm on mute. Who are you on?
Main fact.
Main Fact.
Yeah.
Hang on. Main Fact 9-1.
Yeah, I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, I'm strong on him now, even in such a competitive race. Main Fact 9-1. I will have a bit of that. Tom?
What price is
Go on.
Notre Paris there, Tom?
8-1.
Lovely.
Yeah. It's a really competitive race there. So,
right, we will move on to Memorial Handicap Chase over 2 mile, 3.5 furlong. Tom, we leave you to the Munster National, so you sit back and relax for a second.
I've nothing for this. So,
don't you? I have. I really like Tidal Flow. Really, really like him. I think he's a horse that is a lot better than he's shown last season. He's second season novice.
This horse.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Just because the same colours remastered.
How did he get back that day at Newbury?
Oh,
how in God's
stop
name?
the lights.
Burbank, wasn't it? That how? Thing hit every fence on the way around.
Remastered was swinging.
Richard Johnson looked between his legs, not literally 10 times. And then over the last fence, I was like, this thing's going to get bet.
It's like, where did this show come out of?
I
had him in doubles and trebles. He's the only one that let me down.
We did. We had a treble that day. This one that let us down.
Like, when he's you can forgive him that because Burbank's an enigma. He's either going to do that or get pulled up. Like his first race over fences, he won by 28 lengths on the bridle. He's such a good jumper. Then he, hold up when I get this up. He was beaten. Yeah, fair enough. He's beaten 9 lengths by Burbank, who must have been on that gain food that was up and eating O'Brien to win that day. Because Lord knows he done nothing after it. He went on then to win a Stratford by 9.5 lengths, beating Moonlight, or doing backflips. Second season novice, I think is much better than 148 over fence. I think he's a 555 plus horse. I think he's really like him. Any price on him, Tom? I
don't think there is on that. I couldn't find anything on that race, no. I'll give you one, Dave. If Dave likes mad jokes, Master Tommy Tucker.
Oh, he's gonna die.
No. I'm with Andrew on this.
Six runs, 3 wins, 3 falls.
50%.
He was going to bolt up, I think, at Kempton that day. I really think he's at least a grade 2 horse, if not a grade 1 horse.
I think this tidal flow is good now. I do. And if the race had to been 2 mile 4 furlongs and 98 yards, I wouldn't be for it. But it's 2 mile 3 furlongs and 98 yards. I genuinely think he just didn't stay the last half furlong in that race against Cormac.
I think so.
The thing was, I don't know how he lost.
Well, he was 10 lengths clear third as well.
The only thing that explains it is he just totally didn't stay and he ran out of puff.
I think it was just the game feed.
Yeah, a lot of people like that Mr. Tommy Tucker, but like, how could you?
You couldn't trust him.
It's like playing roulette. It's literally playing roulette, black or red, and fall or win.
You couldn't back him, but he's got some engine, lads. I really do think he's at least a grade 2 horse in my book.
Oh, he's a very good horse, but he's a very bad jumper.
Twice last year at the same fence at Kempton, and he was travelling like mad, and then boom, bye-bye.
I don't even think he's that bad of a jumper.
Bye-bye.
He fell 3 times out of 6 races, Tom. How can you say?
No, but not a hereditary bad jumper, as in makes mistake at every fence. And he just threw himself at that fence the last day anyway. He just throws himself at a fence. It's like cop on horse, you know.
Maybe he doesn't.
But he's not a bad jumper in that he loses lengths at every fence.
No, he's just prone to the absolute kamikaze diving.
Why don't they do the big bucks with him? Put back over hurdles.
I'd say if he was to do it again, they may well do.
Because he clearly has an engine. Because he travels like a grade 1 horse. So if he does it again, put him back over hurdles. Like plowing through a hurdle is like over 3 miles or 2 mile 4 is not going to stop him. Like plowing through a fence with him. He'll end up doing the Felix Stages again.
But they must have thought he must have done something really good at home to take him straight over the fences after 2 runs. Like
he's a big, massive yoke, though. He does actually jump quite well from memory of that last Kempton run.
He's going to go on top of the game. He's going to fall all the time. He's too big. Can't get his legs arched.
At top of the game is a good jumper.
He's going to
nimble for a big fella.
Like Peter Crouch in horse racing. Yeah, you done?
Yeah,
we're done on that.
I'm with you on this now.
Ah, cool. 2 for Tidal Flow, 1 for Mr. Folly Tucker.
Yeah, I'll go for Master Tommy Tucker.
Right. This wasn't going in, but hold up now, Tom, I get it. Right, so and it's the Munster National. Tom, take it away. It's Limerick at 4 o'clock.
Dave, the aptly named Henry de Bromhead trained Walk Away, Andrew. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
We're not going to tell. Let's leave him on knife edge.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Andrew?
No, I'm not, Tom. No, I'm not. When I get to that yard with Shona.
Can we tell everyone?
Oh, no. We bring the camera when we go see Shona, and then all shit will break loose.
Oh, it's funny. If it happened to me, it wouldn't be funny. But it happened to you, so it's very funny.
Yeah. It's like,
I thought it was hilarious, to be honest.
Don't tell anyone. It's me, my fault. It's lawsuits.
And the fact that I just kept adding fuel to the fire then was brilliant.
Oh, Dave, I'll never forget that text when it came in. It was so funny. Right, the Henry de Bromhead trained Walk Away.
Sorry, it's like Voldemort now. You're not allowed to mention that name.
The irony that you've had 2 horses in training there, both with Henry de Bromhead, is madness. But anyway,
one was chronic, and this other one better be a superstar.
She'll be good. Don't worry about her. Just okay. While we're on her, there's still a few shares left. There's a couple of ads haven't come back to me and stuff. So if you want a bit of fun over lockdown, as we're heading back into another one by the look of it, if you want a bit of entertainment, she's there. You can't spend your money in the pub. You might as well buy a racehorse. 16 quid a week is all it's going to cost. So
we're literally back to buying cans again.
Yeah.
You actually told me this would be all over by August. You promised me.
I thought we all over by April.
He promised me, like.
He said we get to Punchestown.
It's 11 weeks to Christmas. We're going into lockdown.
I thought
we're getting closer to fucking lockdown again, like.
I genuinely thought we'd be at Champions Day.
Like, we're after missing Punchestown. We missed the Champions Day. Now, all I want to do is have a normal Christmas, like I do every year. And I'm not like advocating loads of drink, but like.
But you are.
I'm going to start getting angry now.
That horse got absolutely hammered at Sedgefield, lads. Absolutely battered. But anyway.
What horse?
Snookered.
Oh.
That's probably why he drifted out in the betting, so.
Yep. But anyway, walk away, right? He bolted up at Thurles. He was really, really impressive that day and showed a bit of greenness. That was back in March 19. He then went to Aintree and finished 4th in the Grade 1 Novice Hurdle behind Champ. Went on to Punchestown then, was a little bit disappointed behind Manila Indo.
With that name. You said Champ and he went like that.
He looks every bit of chaser, and he started his career off with a second of 17 behind Faheen at Punchestown last November. He then was behind Easy Game at Leopardstown and then behind Allaho. So he ran in a few top task races then. What I like about him is he's gone well fresh. He won his point-to-point first time out. He had a 95-day break and he bolted up in a maiden hurdle. He then had the 200-day break and he was second to 17 behind Faheen. He's off a mark of 136. I think he's probably at least a 140-something horse. So I think he's a few pounds well in. Henry's stable are flying. And yeah, I think he's the one for me. I like him.
Did you look at this?
Yeah, I know feeling. I'll have a bet probably on Sunday, but I'll wait to see. Isn't it a great time of year though? Like when you're going to have a champ and top of the game and all that, waiting for all these to come out and see if your thoughts on them is right. Like,
yeah,
can Champ jump?
No.
Who knows? Is top of the game dead or do his legs work? Nobody knows.
No,
they don't.
No, they don't.
Because everything you could have thought about a horse in April comes out in October, and then you're like, oh well, I was totally wrong.
Can we give a shout out to on Saturday Queensbrook runs, who is now back into our favourite spot for the Mayor's Novice Hurdle at Cheltenham?
You know what? We haven't talked about Zoe.
So disappointing, wasn't it?
No, because she won, Tom. We told you she was going to win.
No, it was nice. Now, just going to say, the two of you before that show, I was like, lads, I hope she doesn't win on the weekend. I was like, if she wins, I don't think they'll go to the Mayor's Novice. And two of you were like, stop being so negative. I was like, I'm telling you, lads, I'm worried about it.
You were negative about everything. You said you didn't want her to win. You didn't think she'd win. Even Tony basically told us she was going to win, and you were still, I don't know, she's going to win.
I'd say if you had a horse and trainer with Tony, he'd be one of these trainers where you go to the races every day. I think he's got a great chance to stay, lads. Like,
I would. I'd back him every time.
Every time, yeah. He said it himself. He was like, "My confidence has lost people money." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure it has." Tony.
He's honest about it.
Oh, he is. Yeah. It's a shame she's not going over hurdles more than likely. But look, she's worth a whole lot of money now, and at least we get to see her on the flat next year. I said this to Andrew. It's something to look forward to on the flat because you don't know what's going to come out every year in the flat. I'm surely, like you love Enable, Tom, surely she's going to get retired. We have Love coming back next year. Princess Zoe coming back next year. So there's a few horses to look forward to.
Princess Zoe, Ante-Post to the Arc.
Isn't it always fillies
silence?
Isn't it always fillies on the flat that you're most looking forward to seeing the year after?
We do like the women.
They're hardy though, aren't they? Like if you can get a good filly, a good hardy filly, they're worth everything. Like they're just so good. And I joking aside, that Shana Alkis, I really think we've bought one there. She's tough and hardy, and once she gets improved a little by a good trainer, I really think we're onto a good thing. But there's one thing she definitely is, and that's tough and hardy.
It's the first thing he's ever been positive about. Do you know what's going to happen? It's going to be useless.
No.
She's not, lads. I'm telling you.
No.
I had to pull the trigger on her to buy her. It was. I got told it was my decision, and I said yes. So I'm very positive about her.
Keep this energy now for November, Tom. Like 2 or 3 days before she runs. Though. Keep this energy is good. Don't hide in her house and pretend she's going to lose again.
It'll be also first run over hers. Just want her to get around safety and come back safe.
I want to hear this exact same energy in November.
What we want is she's going to go out in the front. She's going to jump and stupid, and she's going to win by 10 lengths. And all roads lead to Christmas, where we're going to go for the juvenile hurdle.
You know, well, she's not juvenile.
The mayor's hurdle.
Mayor's hurdle. Sorry. Yeah. You know, I'm like, the closer it gets, the more negative I get. But no, she definitely she'll find a race at her level definitely. And if you do want to get involved, give us a shout. 16 quid a week, you can't go wrong with that now in lockdown. So, but yeah.
It's been a bad year racing wise. I am full certain this thing is going to be entered at the Punchestown Festival next year when we're there and we're going to watch her.
Yeah.
Now, she might not win, but she'll be entered. So,
hold up now.
So she'll be after winning up to date, so our money will be made.
Okay. And
it'll just be a day out. And if she wins, it'll leave me back.
That's okay. That's
happy days. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out for Queensbrook anyway. She could be our danger come March. So
there you go, Tom.
Never talk.
Can we get someone get us a requested bet for Tom? I can't say.
Yes. Shauna Ausick.
Robbie, get on that later now after you watch this.
Yeah. Someone gets her. Considering we got Kubo and something else in the market for
Kubo was shorter than us.
I want 100 to 1.
At least.
Yeah, you'll get 100 to 1, I imagine.
I'll take it.
I'm back in
it. But yeah, no, Zoe was very good, wasn't she? I didn't think she was going to get that horse in front. Got a really good ride, and Zoe got a very good one off Joey Sheridan as well. So,
really good.
She's very, very good, lads, isn't she?
She's been the story of the season, and to be fair, we jumped on the bandwagon early, so
we didn't. We made the bandwagon. We drove it. We picked up people along the way.
So, I would imagine it'd be Ascot Gold Cup for her.
I would think that's the way to go with her. Yeah.
You'd wonder what Stradivarius is going to do. Are they going to go again with him, or is he going to start his stallion career? Or
I don't know how they can, Tom. Like,
there's nothing else to do, really.
I know he won his races this year, but like he's acting more like a stallion every time he runs and stuff. Like, there's only so much you can keep him happy at home doing that. Like,
if he was mine now, he'd be off to Coolmore to the Beaches Stud to cover a load of National Hunt mares. He covered hundreds of them.
Yeah,
money power.
Like he's going to make so much money that way. But if you go to the races and you go once too often, he could get injured.
Yeah. I'd be going down the stallion career with him now.
Yeah, he's nothing else to prove. He's done it all.
Maybe Shona could be sent down to him someday. Or Shona.
Dreams come true, lads. Dreams come true.
Off you go there down to Strad.
What's going on?
I want to call the baby.
Baby Strad.
Maybe Strad will work.
Right, before we get on the choice. Naps, next best. Who wants to go?
My nap is Chindit in the Dewhurst on...
No.
All the getting out about flat racing.
No.
I'm not napping jumps horses right now.
No.
Yes. Oh, Dave, I love it.
So, send in your applications for replacing Dave.
My nap is Chindit, and my next best is Shale.
Fuck me.
Andrew, you can't beat that, can you? Hang on, I just got to find out what time my nap is running. My computer's being slow. Andrew, you go with yours.
I didn't send him my naps or next best because I knew he wouldn't let me put them up with my days.
My nap is on Saturday at Limerick if it gets into the race. 1 mile, 3.5, 0 to 65 handicap. Make good.
Yeah!
Business, lads.
I can't believe it. I knew he was going to say
it. Saturday's the day. If he gets into that race, he'll win.
How could I top that?
There
Hey,
is going to be bedlam at the end of this video when people are He somehow made it through Champions Day, the Arc, and he's back. Make good is
Yes. He is back, and he's going to win. The trainer's in good form. He'll like the trip, if not wanting a little bit further, but the soft ground should negate that. So, off 57. He's ready to go, lads.
You threw a pen at me, like.
I can't throw out my
Who's your next best, Tom?
My next best. There's three of them I like over jumps. Fuson Raffles, but he could be a very short price. But if he was any kind of a price, I'd back him. Secret Investor, I like him as well. He should be a little bit of a price each way. Walk Away in the Munster National each way, I like him as well.
My nap is Tidal Bay, and my next best is Joe Farrell. They're my two for the weekend. Each way, I'd have given each way one time. Why are you shaking your head at?
I can't believe Make Good has made his way back on the podcast.
Main fact, each way. I think at worst he'd be placed. Right, so I can't flat racing, Make Good.
You threw a pen at me and he's putting up Make Good again. Like.
How am I meant to throw a pen at him? I'll break my screen.
He's ready to win, lads.
You said you were looking.
You said that last 3 times.
You said you were looking for replacements from me, and he put up Make Good again.
Oh, he's just gone.
I can't even get angry about this.
He's just
anymore.
gone.
I'm on it. I'm going back on Saturday. I'm back. I'm sick of this now. If I back him, he'll win, and we can just stop talking about it.
Yeah.
You promised you would never back him.
Do you know what the other horse he kept putting up, Mocha or something like that, with the black and green colours? Mochalea or something like that.
Oh, Mochalad. Yeah.
Put him up about 10 times, and the last time I backed him, and I've never heard anything about him since.
Did he win?
Yeah.
He won, yeah.
It was the Saturday Royal Ascot.
I tell you doubt me, but
yeah, because they win about 20 runs later.
You just have to keep. I haven't backed Make Good that many times. I've literally backed him twice. So
Saturday's the day. I'm on it. We're on it, Tom.
On that, I'm not even going to say it, bombshell. Thanks again for watching.
Don't forget to follow Andrew on Twitter.
I honestly don't care. We're going back into lockdown.
Oh, yeah, we got that there.
and goes, at this stage, who gives a anymore?
Dave's going to be there on Saturday with a pint of Guinness, a can of Guinness. Cheering on Make Good.
Will we go live first?
I've lost it.
Now he's number 13 in the ballot, so he
might. Here we go now. Covering his arse.
You said he was our nap. Stick with it.
Yeah, if he runs, he is my nap. Yeah.
No bet.
What is he? Where is he in the list?
He's number 13 on the ballot, so he might not get into the race, but we'll see.
How many is it allowed in the race?
I don't know. For Limerick, probably about 16, I'd say.
Sure, he's all right then. It's 13. There's 16.
No, 13 have to come out before he gets in.
I didn't say that.
I want to miss the price.
What?
I want to miss the price.
Telling you, lads. There's
no... Whoever has watched to this point, you've...
It's soft ground on Saturday. He came second in a maiden hurdle around Galway on soft ground, and you think the reason he didn't run was because it was soft ground that day? Yeah, right.
On that note, we will be back next week with... We didn't do a jumps preview yet. We do a jumps preview next week.
I covered it on Saturday.
Are we?
Did he not say that? Like?
Did I text this Sunday?
Hold up.
I don't think I did.
No.
Can't believe people might be still watching this. Oh, yeah. I 100% didn't send that. But anyway, while they are sticking through that.
What was it? A tweet?
No. A text. I didn't send that.
You did?
No, we didn't. We were doing a Cheltenham Festival, not Cheltenham Festival. We will be doing a jump season preview next week, and the week after, the return of the Cheltenham Festival. Ante-Post videos will be back. We are going to beat up the ante this year.
Looking forward to it.
No, we're not. Right. So again, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, click the subscribe button. If you like the video, Click the like. If you didn't, just still click it anyway. And comment below who you think will win the weekend. And we'll see you again next week.